What's going on, everyone? Chris from PickDogs.com here with your morning show. It is Wednesday, June 4th, 2025. I got Costi with me. I got Ron Romanelli with me. It's decent baseball card today. We're finally back out of the dog days of summer with at least some different action. We got the NHL Stanley Cup Finals Game 1 on the board tonight. So at least something different to talk about. But like I said, I got Costi with me and Ron. Costi, how's it going?
Oh, well, I mean, we did send you a internal note to wear a black shirt. I guess you didn't get the memo. Must have been spammed, or you have us blocked. I don't know, one or the other.
No, it's just that I choose not to listen to you.
Nobody cares.
Is the title of your autobiography.
This is true. This is
I always wear my classic black polo.
You do.
It's my
It
signature.
looks good. It looks good.
I like to stand out.
Black's always a good color. Makes you look thinner. It's not as, you could fit it with a lot of different things. I don't know. I went from like being blue heavy in my 20s to the older I get, I'm a lot more black is in my closet. I'm actually wearing black shorts. My golf bag's black. My head covers are black. My push cart is black. I don't have a black car. So, oh yeah, I knew it was coming. Jay, here's the thing. For all these years, I came on here and people were saying, "Where's the jam session?" And now, for the first time ever, in the comments, where's the Yangle? Mitch would be really proud. He really would. He'd be really proud. It's coming in the process. A little late to the party today.
Ron, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, Chris. I'm doing good. Can't complain. Got the Stanley Cup final starts tonight. Maple Leafs aren't in there, but it's fine. Just to remind you. But the Panthers are. So I know you got some rooting interest. Would you have rooted for Edmonton? Are you rivals with Edmonton? That's a big rivalry, obviously. No, you don't care.
Not really.
Well, so if it was Oilers and Canes, who would you have gone for?
Edmonton.
Okay.
Realistically, as a Leafs fan, I'll say I really don't. I don't want to say I don't care who wins, but it's like if we lose to the Stanley Cup champions, if we take them to 7 games and give them the hardest test they had all playoffs, okay. And like I said, if we lose to the Stanley Cup champs, I'll be like, okay, well, A, there's an asterisk next to it because I still think we could have beaten them if our goalie doesn't get taken out in game 1. And B, if the Oilers win, well, at least the cup comes back to Canada. So from a fan perspective, I'm fine either way.
They should raise a banner. 2025 gave the toughest test to the Stanley Cup champions. That'd be good.
That's
I would really just be happy if someone rang Sam Bennett's bell. That's all I'm saying.
It's like the Knicks. The Knicks made a street sign for beating. They made it a specific for beating the Celtics. They actually were cutting down the nets and they're in the streets and they made a whole street for that big second round win. So yeah, you and the Maple Leafs, the Knicks and the Maple Leafs have something in common. They don't beat good teams. Sorry, Chris. Sorry. I know. I'm sorry. I take it back. I take it back.
Maybe you watch more than one hockey game.
I take it back.
You can't take it back. Can't take it back.
That's like a trivia question. What do the Knicks and the Maple Leafs have in common? Get that shit off the screen. Get it off the screen. It's a trivia question. 2028. You're playing trivia. What do the Knicks and the Toronto Maple Leafs have in common? They have
a better chance of winning a title than this team.
another fun fact. Who has the biggest winning streak in the MLB right now? Put it up. Put it up. There we go.
Who also looked like this for 70% of the season up till that win streak started. Just saying.
So I get a notice because anytime there's a new member at the country club, they do a new member release. Zach Eflin and his wife have joined. I've yet to play with him. I'm like, oh, he joined 2 weeks ago. Must be really excited to start playing golf in the middle of the baseball season.
At least he's preparing for what's to come.
Not going to name the wife on the air. Actually, people probably know who she is. But yeah, so I haven't seen him out there yet. O's are on a winning streak. Maybe, I'll see him in the off season.
Zach Eflin, hey?
The ace of the rotation.
If you ever go to golf with a masker, what it's like to be married to a pitching machine that's, top of a dog shit rotation. Anyways.
Jeez.
Oh, like you're talking about the wife?
Yeah, I'm saying ask the wife what it's like to be married to a pitching machine.
Ask the wife. I'm not going there.
Hey, what's it like to being married to batting practice?
Ouch.
He's the ace right now. Diamond in the rough. Until Grayson comes back.
More like a cubic zirconia. Anyways. Don't tell me that Zach Eflin is ever a staff ace. I know Ron's like seething right now.
Let's get this show on the road. I got things to do, people to see.
Who you got to see today, Ron? Tell us. Tell us what's on the Ron schedule on Ron Wednesdays.
I got some confidential meetings. Got to record the rundown, of course. Coming right up. Busy day, busy week. Things are a lot of developments here at Pick Dogs.
He's like me. He has a once a week meeting with Wendy.
Oh yeah, I have my shift from the graveyard shift tonight.
Well, Ron doesn't actually work for Vegas. He works for an online site for Vegas where he deals online. Where he's like, when you
yeah.
He's the guy just dealing.
Those guys are fun. Online dealers.
Yeah, the online dealers.
It looks so cool when they slide the card on the table. Click.
And they like throw their hand out. It's like,
yeah.
No more bets.
All right, we'll get into it. We'll get this show on the road. We got full slate of Major League Baseball and perfect slate to get us started. We got the Miami Marlins and Cal Quantrill on the mound here against the Rockies with Kyle Freeland. We got the Cincinnati Reds and Andrew Abbott going against the Milwaukee Brewers. It looks like DL Hall. We get to start here. We got the Boston Red Sox and Lucas Giolito against the Los Angeles Angels and Jose Soriano. And the Pittsburgh Pirates with Mike Burrows against the Houston Astros and Ryan Gusto. Copsy, what do you like here?
I'm going to back the Reds again. I had them yesterday and the under. Got really lucky with that home run snatch that would have broken the under and potentially could have broken the Reds in extra innings. I'm going to go right back into the well. They're a better home team. They lost game one of this series, but it was a very close game. I still think they're the better team. Milwaukee, pretty average on the road. Not even 500 to this point. And I know it's a lefty-lefty matchup, and Cincinnati overall has not been traditionally hitting lefties well at all. But I think it's gonna be a correction here, where they've had a really big slump, only hitting less than 2 runs a game versus lefties. And the Brewers have been really hot versus lefties. I think it's going to be a reversion of the mean here. And Cincinnati is just playing better ball at home, and I trust them more. So out of this spot, really only Cincinnati. I'm not touching that Colorado-Miami game. Colorado, 2 games in a row now won. They're trying not to be the record holders here. So they're doing their best not to be the worst team in baseball ever. I'm staying away from that one. So that's the only one out of this slot that I like.
Ron, what do you like in these ones?
Yeah, I'll roll with the under, and I lean towards the Marlins in that Rockies-Marlins game. I think Miami salvages the series a bit, and I think Quantrill's a good option. He had a good May. I mean, he had a good month of May, and the Rockies, their offense has been solid in this series, but really it's been the Hunter Goodman show. I mean, he's kind of carried the Rockies. We saw yesterday another home run. He had 2 of them the day before. So you look at the 4, 5, 6 guys yesterday: McMahon, Doyle, or Arcia, 0 for 12 combined. So this is still not a great Rockies offense. I think Quantrill pitches pretty well. I think Freeland matches up well against the Marlins. They've not been great against lefties. And, he's coming off a quality start. So I think he'll be okay. I think the Marlins can score a couple of runs probably in the middle innings. And no Seth Halverson for the Rockies in the bullpen. The fireballer closer from yesterday, he's one of the better high leverage guys in the bullpen. So I think the Marlins win a low scoring game, 3-2. I'm going to say final score, Miami. I don't love the price on the money line, but I do think that the Fish win. So give me the under in the Marlins.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards the Houston Astros here. I think Pittsburgh's best chance of winning this series was with Paul Skeens on the mound yesterday. I haven't liked what I've seen from Mike Burrows. It's going to be interesting because this is Ryan Gusto's first road start of the season. Ironically enough, his first 6 starts of the year were all at home, but I just don't see the Pirates, doing enough here to get themselves the win. This Houston bullpen has been an issue lately, so if you wanted to take Houston the first 5, I wouldn't be mad at it, but I'm just going to roll with Houston the full game here. And I lean towards the over in that Red Sox-Angels matchup. I think there's going to be a lot of runs scored in that game. You take the over in the first 5, over in the full game, however you want to play, but I think we're going to get runs early and often. So give me the over in Red Sox-Angels. We'll move on to the next time slot. We got the Nationals and the Cubs, Mackenzie Gore and Matthew Boyd. We got the New York Yankees and Clark Schmidt against the Cleveland Guardians and Luis Ortiz. The Toronto Blue Jays and Jose Barrios against the Philadelphia Phillies and Mick Abel making his second start at Major League level. And the Atlanta Braves with Chris Sale on the mound against the Arizona Diamondbacks and Merrill Kelly. Ron, what do you like here?
Give me the Yankees on the run line. They blew the run line cover yesterday in the 9th inning. They won 3-2, gave up the run the 9th, but I think they score some more here against Ortiz. They've got great numbers against them. The current Yankees lineup has a low strikeout rate, a very high walk rate, and a super high xWOBA, and expected slugging percentage against Ortiz. So I think the Yankees bats get on the board early. I don't think Schmidt's going to be perfect, but I think he gets a lot of run support, and I think the Yankees walk away with the run line win. I think I'm going to take a shot here, Arizona. I mean, I think it's worth the price. Sale's been excellent against this current Diamondbacks lineup, but Arizona has really improved against lefties over the last month. I think Kelly can be better than what we've seen recently. I just think at this kind of price, it's worth a shot. I know Arizona is under 500, but they're a better team than what their record may suggest. Their offense is one of the best in baseball. I know their pitching has struggled, but I'm going to roll with Arizona there. I just think they're a dangerous dog at that kind of price.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll with the Blue Jays here. They've started to figure something out. They hit a wall yesterday, but I think that was more about facing a lefty and Christopher Sanchez for the better part of that game. But now you get Mick Abel making his second start, and Abel looked good in his first start, 9 strikeouts. But the Blue Jays lineup that has really carried over a lot of that offense against righties from that Athletic series. Jose Barrios has had some issues, but I think that he does enough to hold it down. And Toronto, I think, has the better bullpen right now. So I'm going to go with the Blue Jays in that one. And I'm going to lean towards the Nationals in the plus money. I like Mackenzie Gore. I don't love that the Cubs have been so good against lefties this season, but right now they're not in great form against lefties. Matthew Boyd, I think he's pitching a little bit above his pay grade. So I'll take the plus money with the Nationals in this one. Costy?
Yeah, I'm going to fade you on Toronto here. I think Mick Abel is one of the best young stars coming out of here, and they're throwing him in the rotation. He had a really good first start. I know small sample size, but this kid's got all the tools to be a really good pitcher in this league for a very long time. Not expecting him to get 9 strikeouts like he did in that opening game. There's going to be a correction there, probably 5 or 6 will get it done. Philly's a really good road team. Toronto's good, but I feel like you're getting a really cheap price here with Philly on the road, as good as they've been. And then the other game, I'm with Ron there as well. Yankees run line for me. They've, even with Schmidt, there's been a lot of games where they've been run games, but I just feel like the Yankees lineup they have the potential for this to be a complete blowout. And I would never lay 200 here. And if the fact that I can get plus money minus 1.5, I think this is going to be a 5-0, 6-0 game. But just in case that, in case Schmidt gets rocked early, why would I lay the 200 and have to pay 2-1 on my loss? If I take a loss, it's okay. I'm getting plus money. That's how you got to play baseball, in my opinion, all year. So Yankees run line for me.
All right, we got the Tampa Bay Rays. Shane Baz on the mound against the Texas Rangers and Kumar Rocker. We got the Chicago White Sox. Not seeing a pitcher as of yet. It probably could be a bullpen game. It was supposed to be Sean Burke, but I haven't seen anybody get replaced against the Detroit Tigers. And Sawyer Gibson Long filling in for Casey Mize. I think the Mize-Burke matchup is moved to tomorrow. So Sawyer Gibson Long making his first start since 2023. We got the St. Louis Cardinals and Miles Mikolas against the Kansas City Royals and Noah Cameron. And the Seattle Mariners and Emerson Hancock against the Baltimore Orioles and Cade Povich. I'm up first here. I'm going to roll with the Tigers on the run line. I know it's Gibson Long's first start at the major league level, and it's 2023, but I think the Tigers they're going to bounce back here. This is not a team that stayed down for long when they get knocked down. The White Sox and consistent success are two things that we haven't been able to put in the same sentence for quite a long time. And I think Detroit, gets the bounce back here. I play them on the run line. I don't love that price of minus 188, but I think they get it done here. So give me the Tigers run line and give me the Royals and the plus money against the Cardinals. Miles Mikolas is pitching well, but I think he's pitching above his pay grade as well. I think that, you look at a lot of his, metrics, his expected numbers, and they're not very good. Noah Cameron, he's been really, really solid out of the gate. He's got, a 3-1 team record, and that's with his team scoring 3 runs of support or less in all those games. I think they do more damage against Mikolas here. Get the win on the road. So give me the Royals in that one. Costi?
I'm going back to the well here with the Orioles. It's in this spot. When they're hot, you got to keep riding the hot team. And realistically, Seattle's been playing better on the road than at home. They're just a tad above 500 at home. When their bats are hitting like this is when you really have to ride the wave. And I know they beat up on the White Sox, which everybody does, but solid win yesterday. I just feel like it's a hitter-friendly ballpark for the Orioles playing in Seattle. So I'm going to take the Orioles getting a short favorite price on the road. That's the only one I like here.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you on the Royals, Chris. I think that Mikolas has pitched well, but 4.33 expected ERA. He's doesn't really he's never really been a strikeout guy, but his chase percentage, whiff percentage, way down this year, especially the chase rate, and that's how you can earn some weak contact is if you're forcing chases, but that's not the case for Michaelis, and I think he's in trouble against the Royals lineup. It's been pretty bad, especially in the power department, but had a breakout game yesterday. And I know Jack Caglione wasn't a part of any of the success in terms of the runs on the board, but he had some really sharp contact in that game. Hit 112 exit velocity. That's one of the highest of the entire season for any batter. So he was a little bit unlucky. A couple of web gems by Arenado and Scott in the field. I think he has I wouldn't be shocked to see a home run. I think he gets his first major league hit today for sure. And I think the Royals can back up Cameron. I'm not in love with Cameron. I think that his current number is not going to be as good as in a couple starts. I think there's some regression concerns, but I think he gets the run support. And I think KC has the better bullpen. We saw it yesterday. It was a 7-2 Cardinals lead. Palante gave up most of the runs to the Royals in the comeback, but then KC added a few on that bullpen, and then their bullpen was just locked down after Lorenzen tried to take them out of the game early, give up 7 runs in the third inning. The Royals bullpen carried it the rest of the way. So give me KC at a good price.
Just want to respond real quick to somebody. I don't think that was a girl if had the same accent as me. Just saying.
I think it was Costy.
Just saying. Not saying anything, but
yeah, I think it was Costy that you took out for dinner. Back when Costy had long hair.
Yikes.
Oh, I just thought about Costy and drag. Anyways, we got the last 3 on the board. That's going to be nightmare fuel for like a week. We got the San Francisco Giants and Kyle Harrison getting the start here against the San Diego Padres and Nick Pivetta. We got the Athletics and Jeffrey Springs getting the start here against the Minnesota Twins and Zebby Matthews. And the Dodgers. Tony Gonsolin getting the start against the Mets and Griffin Canning. Costy.
Take the over here with the Twins Athletics. With this new park, it's such a hitter-friendly ballpark. Actually broke this down the other day with Gang that the outfield line, the foul line is much tighter, and it's the ability why the ball travels, why there's so many more home runs. I just think this is going to be one of those 7-6 games. It's going to be a high-scoring game. Both pitchers have been giving up a lot of home runs as well as a lot of runs. I think it's the relievers aren't going to help them in this spot either. Minnesota's in a little bit of a 50-50 spin again after their crazy 11-0 win-loss record on their run earlier in the season. And the Athletics are really struggling here, but they're giving up a ton of runs. Both games against the Twins when they played last couple of days went over. The Athletics score 3-4 runs here. I think it's definitely going to be over, especially at home. So give me over 10 runs.
I'm going to roll with the Twins on the run line. I think we've seen 20 runs scored from Minnesota already this series. Jeffrey Springs has been really inconsistent for the A's, and I just like the way. You look at the Twins. Royce Lewis has got a 420 OPS, and they're still scoring runs, and he's hitting 8th in the order. That's dangerous. I think Lewis is going to get hot. We saw an RBI double for him yesterday. I think he'll figure it out. Buxton's red hot. Larnach's been excellent. Willie Castro 2 home runs yesterday. So this is a dangerous lineup when everybody's healthy. And I think that the Twins, I mentioned their bullpen. I think it's the best bullpen in baseball. I think they have a huge bullpen advantage in this game, in this series, and we've seen that already in this series. So give me the Twins on the run line.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the over in Dodgers Mets. I think the Mets can get to Tony Gonsolin early and often, who just hasn't had it out of the gate this season. He's been getting hit for these 3-4 runs to start. And then he handed over to a Dodgers bullpen that has an ERA well over 4 in the last the last week. So give me the over. I think the Dodgers can tee off on Griffin Canning too. I think is pitching on borrowed time. I think he's due to get cranked and due to regress a little bit here. So give me the over 10 Dodgers Mets. And give me the under in excuse me, under in Padres Giants. I just think it's going to be a low scoring game here. You have a Padres team that can't hit lefties. Inconsistent Giant offense that's going up against a solid starter, Nick Pivetta. I think this has 3-2 at best written all over it. So give me the under in Padres Giants. Anything else you guys missed on the card that you wanted to throw out?
Nothing for me.
All right, Costi.
No,
Okay,
that's
then
it.
we'll move on to the NHL. Costi's favorite. God, game 1 of the Stanley Cup Finals. It's the Panthers visiting the Oilers. First time in over 40 years there's been a rematch in the Stanley Cup Finals. But I don't know. Ron, what do you think? What do you think we got in game 1?
We got a great series here. I think these are the two best teams in the league. When you look at their playoff numbers so far, basically neck and neck for expected goals for versus against. Their offenses have been great. Their defense has been great. They've gotten opportunistic goaltending, and there's a reason why this is virtually a pick-em price. Oilers small favorites at home makes sense. The Panthers will be a small favorite at home in their games at home. So for me, it's kind of a coin flip type of game. I'm going to roll with the Panthers at a plus money price. Give me those Cats. I think that Bob is going to lead this team to victory and make Ruffalo cry again. So give me Florida.
You want to know who I'm going to take?
It's possibly my favorite picture that we've ever posted on here. It just covers Ron up perfectly. The kitty.
All right.
Sometimes Ron's cat makes an appearance on the show also.
What
Not
have I said on the playoffs? Or at least in the last round. So it's going to back the Panthers until it stops suiting me. I was either going to get paid or bad vibe them, and been getting paid. So
oh, it's so good.
the Panthers. Yeah, give me the Panthers. I want to see how the Oilers respond to, game 1. They had it fairly easy against the Dallas Stars. Dallas didn't really put up much of a fight outside of game 1. They got to the net and they rattled Jake Ottinger, and that was it. But now you got to rattle Sergei Bobrovsky, who gets it when he gets in one of those modes, one of those grooves. It is so hard to score. Yeah, Carolina started to break through a little bit towards the back end of that series, but not by much. Since the since the winning game 4 of the Leafs series, the Panthers have allowed 14 goals. So about a goal and a half per game. They're just not a team I want to step in front of right now. They're also 8-2 on the road in the playoffs, which is home ice gets a lot of attention, but if you can win on the road in the playoffs, you're going to have a lot of success. So if the Oilers win, cool, but I think that the value is with the Panthers, and I'm going to put a side wager on a Sam Bennett concussion to knock him out of game 1. All right, Costi, what do you have going on with the Safer Syndicate group today?
So we're not doing anything individualized in the entire summer. Directly working with Jay Yang on his product, and for membership, anybody that's interested can definitely call me. I could set you up and we'll go through a consultation if it's for you. It's no different than Big Al's All Access, similar ratings, similar data, overnight releases. So a lot of it's really going to make you a lot of money, but it just got to make sense financially for you. If it doesn't, I always divert you to Ron or Chris for baseball this summer. So both of them are phenomenal in baseball. So if you're somebody that's a smaller bettor, definitely buy their dailies, weeklies, or monthlies.
Check it out with Costi. The angle's going to be up soon.
Yeah, the angle will be up soon. Yep.
Ron, what do you got going on over at Pick Dogs Premium today?
Yeah, I mean, if you're a bigger bettor, you can grab my plays as well. We're having a good year, 623 and 540, up 5,900 units. But I got my MLB best bet. Got an MLB 3-pack as well. Having a good start to baseball this week, so look to keep it rolling.
Definitely check it out with Ron over at Pick Dogs Premium. For me, I'm going to have my $15 pick-off play on the board for Major League Baseball today. Just working on getting those finalized. I'm going to have a 5-pack as well for Major League Baseball today. So, like Ron said, big bettor, small bettor. You can check out our plays over at Pick Dogs Premium. Grab a daily, monthly, weekly, long-term pass or a year. You can pair me up with Ron, or you can pair us up with any of the other awesome handicappers at the website. Make you some money. But remember to always use that promo code PICK at checkout. Get 15% off your purchase. But that's it. Parlay time.
Short show.
Get in now quick. It's like I said, this could be what it could it be a couple times a week during the dog days of summer. So we gotta sort of prep everybody for those. We'll be back at it in September, October, where we'll have these full cards in an hour and a half long shows. Talking crap about Shedeur Sanders. But Costi, what do you like for a parlay today?
Let's go a totals parlay. Go over in the Dodgers, over in the Twins, and one more, and under in the Padres. So under in the Padres, over in the Athletics, over in the Dodgers.
What do you like here?
Yeah, last week we cashed our diarrhea dozen parlay. I think it was Rockies, White Sox, and another bad team on the run line. I don't see anything for those bad teams today. I actually think it's kind of a chalky day, but let's roll with. I'll go with the Diamondbacks on the money line, and we'll do Diamondbacks money line, Marlins and Yankees money line. So a couple of chalk plays, you get some plus money with the Diamondbacks to even it out a little bit. Still get a decent price on that one.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Panthers, the Nationals, and the Blue Jays. Anything else for you guys before we head out of here?
Not much. Canadian Football League starts soon. Excited for that.
CFL with Ron.
There you go.
More excited than the Canadian. Are you into that, Ruflo? CFL?
Yeah. It's funny. I live not too far from one of the stadiums, but
really?
But I've been to maybe 2 games.
They sell out the stadium, right?
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah,
it's like, okay, maybe not in Toronto, because that's why Toronto downsized from the Rogers Center to BMO Field, but like in these, I don't want to say smaller markets because it's a niche league, but like Hamilton, Saskatchewan, Winnipeg, usually it's all they got going on out there. So they usually fill it up. Yeah, for sure.
Ron should do a show called The Head Start. Don't get it? They get a head start in CFL. They run.
Oh, right, yeah.
I wish I had a cricket. I wish I had a cricket sound effect.
I tried to get there. I couldn't. I honestly, I mean, when it CFL, UFL, all the other iterations. Listen, if you're a situational handicapper, you can handicap anything with the spread. Doesn't mean I watch the games though. That's for sure. WNBA I watch a little bit. I actually got the league pass. It's only $35 for the whole season. That's the way to go. I mean, I'm glad they did that. That's going to bring in some, people that bet on the games here and there. They're going to want to watch some of the games, and 35 is a good price point. If they try to go for like an NBA league pass or MLB TV $150 price, you're not going to get that. So that was smart. Got me.
What games? What are you tuning into? Just daily action?
And W?
Yeah. Who's your team?
Just I'll put on the last 5 minutes of the fourth quarter of my bets. That would be it. Yeah, I don't have a team. I do like Tina Charles though. She's my favorite player.
I was just gonna say you seem like a Connecticut Sun guy.
Yeah, I mean they're terrible. I mean I'm not a Connecticut Sun guy
They
after
are
I
the
lost my.
You want a team that's gonna make the diarrhea dozen in the WNBA.
I haven't seen a loss like that with like the Liberty. I had Sun plus 18. They lost by 58 or something. So
48, yeah.
We the other day with Big Al, we dissected what the Valkyrie was, and the connection between the Valkyrie, which is a woman warrior, and the Warriors. And that's why they named them Valkyrie and the Warriors.
I like that. I think it's better than some of the other names.
Very hard to spell though when you're trying to put a pick in. Let me just spell check Valkyrie.
Oh yeah, trust me. I'm the one that writes WNBA for Pick Dogs. I can tell you every time I write Valkyrie, I have to write. I type it wrong, and I'm like, shit.
And English is my second language, so it's really hard for me. So even spell check doesn't know what it is. Got to Google it. What is a Valkyrie?
The only thing though is I don't know why their scheduling sometimes is strange. Like there's no games today. Today's a perfect day to have a game on. I mean, it's just a small it's baseball and then hockey. I mean, it's have something up there.
I think they're just trying to separate it like the Commissioner's Cup action from everything else.
Give me a break.
Yeah. But
they should have an afternoon game every day.
They should have an afternoon game, yeah.
1 o'clock. I mean, that's how you're going to get the audiences. That's how
that's true.
Smaller leagues can grow. But they're doing a good job. I mean, they're definitely the viewership's up. But I think that everyday action, just like college hoops and the NBA, and then having an afternoon game would be nice. A lot of degenerates would be on that one.
Degenerates betting the Mystics in the sky at 1:30 p.m. on a Thursday afternoon. All right. Well, thank you guys for joining me. Appreciate each and every one of you that's tuned in. Make sure to check out all the content that we got over at the channel. And like we said, check out Saber Syndicate Group. Check out Pick Dogs Premium. And we'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning. Smaller card, only I think 12 games for Major League Baseball and NBA Finals Game 1. So
Game 1.
Game 1, baby.
Hopefully we'll have Jay back. We'll see. I know he's
Game 1 of 4.
Yeah.
No, it's Game 1 of 5. I said 6, but I wouldn't be shocked if it was 5.
What do you think, Roof?
I think it's 6.
I just don't see it. I mean, I've read the final. I mean, I've read the playoffs extremely well. Literally game to game to game scenario script wise, and I would be completely shocked if the Pacers could pull this upset.
It's a shame Jay's not on today because I would offer him a hat bet. I would take the Thunder. He could take the Pacers, and I'll pay him 2 hats for 1 hat. 2 for 1.
That's what it should be. Yeah, 2 for 1. It's fair. I would even do 3 to 1.
Yeah, well, Don't ruin my negotiation.
I was gonna say, Costy's
I say me.
Ron's money.
I would go. Oh, yeah.
I always get the good number.
Ron's just like, hey, it's not your money you're spending here. It's mine.
You just give him the pig dog's hat.
Alrighty. Well, we'll see everybody tomorrow morning. Make it a winning day. Again, appreciate each and every one of you that tunes in and joins us. So, and we'll see you all tomorrow.
Good luck, everybody.